Hello and welcome to my first look at the brand new Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines Black Templars Codex supplement. It's right here, and presently the only way of getting hold of this supplement is through the Black Templars army set. If you're lucky, it may well still be available at a number of places, but it would set you back. But it will cost you £125. But the set will cost you £125. Usually these kind of special edition codexes, because they're not a full-on collector's edition, because the collector's edition would have a soft touch page edges and a page keeper. These army sets are something different. They are special editions as opposed to the collector's editions that Games Workshop typically sell for about £50. Now, I don't usually make a comment about how much people sell things on eBay, but you can find these on there for between £20 and £30 if you were only interested in this book and none of the miniatures. So this is my first look at the book. It is a soft touch. The cover art, in my opinion, is now the best cover art I have for any codex that I own. It's just absolutely incredible, and it just, in a way, I don't want to put it on the shelf because it would be an injustice to the beautiful artwork. I just want to display it like that forever, because the nostalgic vibe emanating from this cover art is just, yeah, it takes me back to when I was first interested in Space Marines and they were my first army. I'm getting a lot of feels from this. So let's have a look at Game of Thrones Season 6 cover inlay cover art. I think it's a bit lazy. I really do. They've gone really lazy for 9th edition with this, you know, House of Fate, House of Many Faces kind of inlay. Even if they went for the cover art on the front but just black and white, that would still be an improvement. I think the Adeptus Mechanicus inside cover art is just fantastic, if you had a look at that one. For the 8th edition, obviously. Okay, this book clearly was published in 2021 and it consists of 80 pages, so it doesn't quite break that 100-page barrier. But I believe it does include more pages than the Death Watch Codex, but not as many as the Grey Knights one. So there are your contents. You've got the Black Templars, so from page 4 to 26, you've got 22, 23 inclusive pages of like lore. You've got a showcase for 10 pages. You've got the rules that start on page 40, all the way up to page 68, where you'll find the data sheets, and it's got data sheets for not as many units as I expected. You've got the High Marshal Helbrecht, Chaplain Grimaldus, the Emperor's Champion, Primaris Crusader Squad, and Primaris Sword Brethren. I was expecting more, but it is a supplement, so you're going to need to carry that 200-page Space Marine book around with you. You've got war gear, points, and rules reference. You've got the introduction there, so this starts our journey of the lore and getting some more information about the Black Templars chapter, who they were, how they were formed. If you don't already know, yeah, they're a holy chapter, and they were formed from remnants of the Imperial Fists. Imperial Fists split into Crimson Fists, Black Templars, and some remained Imperial Fists. Goes through a bit of a timeline, how they're made up in the chapter. So you've got Chapter Command, the Emperor's Champion. There's only one Emperor's Champion, who carries the black sword. High Marshal Helbrecht, Bane of the Unrighteous. Warzone Armageddon, so they're heavily involved on the planet of Armageddon. Era Indomitus, so moving over to Primaris and the Great Rift. The Purgus Crusade, got some Terminators there. And the Heimdall Crusade, or Heimdall Crusade, got some Sisters of Battle there, joining them against the Word Bearers, it looks like. The Tannhelm Crusade, that's a classic bit of artwork there, that's been around for a while. Then you've got some tenets of them. Colours of the Crusades. Nice look at some of the new minis there. Although the Death Guard stand firm to meet the Black Templars' charge, so there they are, going against the Death Guard. You've got some, move this down a little bit, so you've got Primaris Sword Brethren with a Thunder Hammer, with a Mastercrafted Sword and Auto Plasma. You've got Lightning Claws, you've got Power Swords, Pyre Pistol, so not Fire Pistol but Pyre Pistol. You've got the Emperor's Champion, you've got Helbracht with the Sword Cleaner or Sword Polisher, and you've got Grimoldus as well, Captain Grimoldus. There's a Marshal, the one that you get in the army set, and there's High Marshal Helbracht. I will be getting him because he's just got an absolutely fantastic Crusader helmet. You've got the Redemptor, showcases some Terminators with a Land Raider. I always thought the Land Raider Crusader was specifically made for these as well, for the Crusader squads. Got to look at some of the Orcs that they're fighting, probably on Armageddon. You get the rules, so this is where it starts off with the Combat Patrol, which will be coming out at some point. It's your chance of getting another Crusader squad, a 5-man Intercessor squad for some reason, and the Impulsor. So it'll be your chance to get one of these Marshals in the Combat Patrol, which sort of would be nice if you wanted a second Marshal, but if you've got this army set, then the only point I see getting this set is just to add more reinforcements to Black Templars army and save a bit of money on that Impulsor because they are quite expensive. You've got detachment abilities, Templar Vows, there they are. So I like this Space Marine kind of Sisters of Battle twist to them. You've got all the stratagems, you've got the litanies of the Devout, Warlord traits, relics. There are proper relics in the upgrade kit that's coming out as well, such as the Sword of Judgment and the Crusader Helm. You've got Relic Bearers. Lovely bit of artwork there. Chapter Approved rules. Crusade rules with agendas. Oaths of Crusade. You've got to look at the Centurions there. Reclaimed relics. Name generator. It's always nice. Crusade army. So data sheets. You've got war gear and weapon lists. Additional war gear for the Marshal and the Castellan. Also the Black Templars armory. Lovely bit of artwork there as well. Look like Primaris, some of them. So I wonder what lander that is. It's sort of an old artwork but new artwork, if you get what I mean. I love the macro cannons and the, orbital lasers. Fantastic. Okay, so it kicks off with the data sheets with High Marshal Helbracht. 8 power points is an HQ choice. Got a nice 2+ save there. Weapon skill and ballistic skill of 2+. He's got a weapon called Ferocity, which is like a custom bolt rifle / melter gun. I think it's the first time we've seen like a combi bolt rifle weapon, and he's even got a servitor to carry it around for him, and also a servitor to polish his sword. It's called the Sword of the High Marshals, and he can use it one-handed, or if it's his birthday, he's allowed to use it two-handed, and that bumps his strength up to, well, let's just face it, it's pretty much a power fist. The other HQ and another miniature that has crossed the Rubicon is Chaplain Grimoldus, with his bondage type helmet. Looks a bit like a donkey's oral features, but there you go. He's got the Scepter of Anointing, the Banner of Fallen Crusaders, and Remnant of the Fallen Temple. He's just got his plasma pistol. But his Artificer Crozius is quite nice, bumping his strength up to 2, AP -2 and damage 2. I'll be going through all of these rules when I get my hands, the models themselves, at some point, whenever they're released. Then you've got another HQ choice, the Emperor's Champion. I've been looking forward to this data sheet for quite some time. I now have, well, technically 4 Emperor's Champions, but I even have the metal Emperor's Champion from when I was a child, and most likely I will compare it in this Emperor's Champion's review. One of the key things about having the Emperor's Champion in like 3rd edition was that he had this Artificer armour, which was a 2+, and he had the Armour of Faith, which is a 4+ invulnerable, and of course the Black Sword, which has got a sweeping blow or a thrusting strike. Sweeping blow bumps his strength up to 7, AP -3, damage 2, and then a thrusting strike basically turns it into a power fist, but with a lovely AP -4. However, you're going to have to subtract 1 from every hit, which isn't too bad because his weapon skill is 2+ anyway, and you know, you'd expect it to be a 2+. Primaris Crusader squad is your main troop choice for these, and it's a little bit confusing because it consists of 1 Primaris Sword Brother, and then between 4 and 8 Primaris Neophytes, and 5 to 11 Primaris Initiates. So I'm guessing that you're going to have, you know, for a squad of 10, 4 Neophytes and 5 Initiates and 1 Sword Brother. Or technically you could have 8 Neophytes and 11 Initiates and 1 Sword Brother, which would make the squad 20. Which is quite nice. Put them in a Crusader, set them off. I don't know, would they all fit in a Crusader? Another troop choice is the Crusader squad. Pretty old school. Look how small the little scout looks, and that's the standard Firstborn Space Marine there, but they do have that as a troop choice. Then you've got the brand new Primaris Sword Brethren. Bit odd because they're using the Sword Brother there. Between 4 and 10 of those. Their weapon skill is only a 3+. You know, for elites I was expecting a 2+. They do have 3 attacks each though, and it looks like you can equip them with all manner of power weapons, including this new Pyre pistol, which is a bit like a hand flamer. It's quite weak, it's only strength 3, but it is a nice AP -1. And typically they all are equipped with chainswords, but if you've got 9 or fewer models, 1 can have a thunder hammer, 1 can have 2 lightning claws, 1 can have a power axe, and so on. It's a bit restrained, I think, limited in what options they can have, although they have a lot to choose from, if that makes sense. Then that's it, nothing else. Just got this beautiful artwork to absorb on a 2-page spread, which is beautiful. And then you've got the weapon profiles and the points values, along with the glossary and reference. And then of course a code in the back, which allows you to have a look at this Codex supplement on the Warhammer app, you know, on your phone or your iPad or whatever. So there you go, that is the Black Templars Codex supplement. As with all of the supplements, it would have been incredible to have access to all of the other Space Marine units, but that's why we've got the Space Marine Codex, because we can just pick some out of there. And you know, if we did have things like the Centurions in this book and other units, then the book would be, yeah, almost 200 pages again, wouldn't it? The one thing I will say is, you know, throughout the book, it is a little bit disappointing that the Castellan, who features on the front page of this supplement, doesn't get his own page, or he's not kind of shown, you know, in the showcase, except if you look really, really hard. He is there, so you can see him a bit closer, and he does look very, very awesome. So I can't wait to grab hold of him. And they've even got a chaplain without the helmet there too. So that is the Codex supplement. What do you guys think? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. As always, it'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.